Hi friends, I am Shubhadeep Dash. I am a CMA final student. Today I am going to discuss with you a very small topic which is very important from the exam's purpose, which is called dividend. It is a topic which is related to law. So what is dividend? When a company earns profit, they have two options. The first option is that they can keep the profit and transfer the profit to its reserve fund. And why they transfer the profit to the reserve fund? Because in future it will help them for capital expenditure, and it will help the money to for their working for making an expenditure for working capital purposes. Okay, but whenever they are paying dividend, it will help them from by various ways. The number one point is that whenever a company declares dividend, the shareholders will feel very happy, and they feel that yes, the company is declaring dividend, so the company is making handsome profit, so the future of the company is very bright. So what the shareholders will do, they will purchase and invest in the company in multiple number of times, so the company will have new money to expand for their working purpose, and the future of the company will be very bright. So that's why dividend is very important from a company's perspective and from the perspective of the shareholder. The next thing is that dividend can be paid from four sources. First source is that profit from the current year, profit from the previous year. Third is both profit from the current year as well as the previous year. And the fourth is that any grant given by the central government or state government. Right. The next thing is that whenever a company is declaring dividend, within 5 days the dividend should be put aside into a separate fund that is called that is a separate fund. Like a dividend has been declared on the 1st of June. What they have to do by 5th of June, they need to put aside the amount of dividend into a separate account, right? And within 30 days dividend should be paid. If not possible, dividend warrant at least should be paid. So by 1st of June, as per my example, as per 1st of June dividend has been declared. By 5th of June dividend, the amount of dividend should be put aside into a separate account, and by 30th of June dividend will be paid. Say after the expiry of the 30 days, dividend are not being taken by the shareholders. In that case, what will happen? After the expiry of the 7 days from the 30th days, in my example, I have said that dividend has been given on 1st of June. By 5th of June, the amount of dividend has been put aside into a separate account. By 30th of June, dividend has been paid. Even after that, the dividend has not been taken by the shareholders. In that case, after the expiry of the 7 days from the 30th days, that is the 7th of July, dividend will be put aside into a separate fund that will be called investors protection and improvement fund. Okay, and the dividend will be kept aside in that fund for the next 7 years. If within the next 7 years the shareholders are not claiming the dividend, then the company is in a position to use that money for the purpose of the benefit of the shareholders in the way the company believes, right? But here is a point: if after, say, within these 7 years the shareholders feels that no, I need to get back my dividend, and at the same time the shares are also being transferred to that same fund, that is investors protection and investors education and improvement fund, right? So in that case, if they want to get back the dividend, I repeat, they will not get back the dividend, but they will get back the shares in which they have invested. Okay, and the next thing is that if the company fails to pay the dividend on time, then what will happen? That the company needs to pay an interest on the amount of dividend at the rate of 18% per annum. Okay, and the directors who are responsible for delaying the payment of the dividend, they will be booked. So, but in there are certain circumstances where dividend, dividend is being not being paid by the bank. In that circumstances also, হচ্ছে bank and the bank and as the company, then that circumstances also company will not be liable. Say company has declared the dividend, but the shareholder has said that my dividend will be paid to a certain person. Yeah, and if the company is not being able to pay that particular dividend to the certain person because of the legal hazards, then the company will not be liable. Or again, in second example is that suppose a company has declared a dividend, but the company has say company has declared a dividend and Mr. X has got 100 rupees of dividend, but company has got a due from Mr. X which amounts to rupees 80. So company can set off the due from Mr. X and company can pay the rest of the dividend. In that case, the company will not be liable. Or if a legal proceedings in going on, and in that circumstances company is not being able to pay the dividend, then also company will not be liable. And the fourth circumstances is that certain a person has there is a certain shareholder, he is no more, and now there as per the there is a legal tussle going on that who will be the next of kin of his shareholder or of her shareholder, of her shareholding, right? So in that case, as the legal proceedings are going on, the company will not be in a position to pay the dividend, and in that case also company will not be liable for that. So this is the another thing is that whenever we are paying dividend, we need to keep two things in mind. First of all, whenever we are drawing any amount from the reserve, it should not be more than the 10% of the paid up share capital and free reserves of the last audited balance sheet. And again, after withdrawing money from the reserve, at least 15% of the paid up share capital, free reserves and securities premium as per the last audited balance sheet should be there in the reserve fund. So that's why these two things should be maintained, otherwise there will be violation of the rules. And another thing is that when we should be there is no hard and fast rule how much to transfer to the reserve after earning profit, but whenever we are withdrawing money from the reserve, we should keep in mind these two things which we have I have just said. So this is in a nutshell dividend. I will be discussing with you many more chapters of law and also income tax, because I am also a student of the CMA final, and we are all friends. If discussing these things can help you to to in your study and in your learning, that will be great help, because we all CMA friends, we all are CMA friends, and we have to study well, we have to study together, and we need to clear our exam as soon as possible. So take care and study hard, and please subscribe my channel. The link is the link will be provided to all you, and stay home, stay safe, and happy studying. Bye.